Welcome to City News at 11. With the province just a week away from easing some restrictions on businesses like restaurants, Alberta's top doctor announcing there are 51 new cases of the more contagious COVID-19 variant here in Alberta. COVID cases continue to see a decrease with 355, but also a decrease in testing. And with churches and businesses defying public health orders and reopening over the weekend, Dr. Tina Hinshaw says it's on law enforcement officials to issue fines and shutdown orders, not her.
It's critical that the enforcement of laws in the province is done in an independent way by those bodies who have the authority under legal frameworks to create orders or penalties. And so it would not be appropriate for me to dictate what kinds of penalties would need to be in place in an individual case.
As Alberta's chief medical officer discusses penalties for violating health orders, a group of restaurant employees and owners are sounding the alarm over the province's plan to reopen in-person dining next week.
I'm worried about going back and getting sick.
Sybil Danik-White is a server who says she may have to go back to work next week whether she feels safe or not. If she refuses while her restaurant reopens, she wouldn't qualify for federal income support.
The servers still need to be reaching over to grab plates and far closer than you're getting with anybody outside of work.
During the summer, most customers were supportive of restrictions, but she says there was still pushback.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't like people weren't happy, for sure. And it was sort of like frustrating because as the people who have to enforce that, there was this sort of almost resentment towards people who have to be the staffs at these restaurants.
Danik-White says she isn't confident things will run smoothly once restaurants reopen for in-person dining. She believes better financial support from the province would put less pressure on restaurants to open during a pandemic.
But I think that if there was actually adequate government support from both provincial, and I know that there are some federal programs, and sort of looking towards, for example, like restraining commercial evictions and things like that, I think that that would allow us to be safe and allow people's businesses to stay afloat.
In Edmonton, Darcy Ropchan, City News.